So let's say, we see approximate outage start and approximate outage end. I don't want those fields, okay? If I have permission, I can come in and I can actually remove those. Here's all those fields, and if I take those out, let's say we just remove them real quick, save this. If I go back to the form, you'll see those fields are now gone. Okay, they're no longer on this panel. Makes it very easy. What if I want to add a field? So let's say I want to add severity. Okay, again, pretty easy. I can come over here and I can create different kinds of fields. And let's make this a list box. And we're going to call this severity. And we can put our values down here. Let's say critical, high, medium, low. Okay, and down here I can actually put an asterisk next to the default. So let's go ahead and do that with critical. Right? Save this. I now have this new field where I can put it. Let's go ahead and put it right at the top. Okay. When I save this panel and go back to it again, you'll now see I have a severity panel, and it's defaulting to critical, which is the one I selected. Okay. Very quickly, I've changed the content of the panel. The second step is now that I've changed the content of the panel, how do I define the messages that are sent out, the email, the text, and the voice? So if I come in here and look at my email, maybe I want to put my logo up in the top corner, and maybe I want to change this field right here to severity. And then I can take that severity variable and just drag and drop it over. I now have that severity variable that's going to show up in my emails. I can save that. I can change my text message and put it in here as well if I wanted to, as well as my phone call. So again, if I wanted to say the severity over the phone, I can drag and drop that, and it'll say that severity during the phone call. Okay. The last piece is for any of these panels, I can ask for responses. They can be one-way informational notifications for business users. I can just leave this off, leave it blank, and it's informational. Or I can require them to respond, like acknowledge here. Okay? Or maybe I want to add some more, right? Maybe I want to add this second one here where you can either acknowledge this or, escalate it. I'm too busy. Escalate, right? And escalate. And what I'm doing here is I'm defining that's a response over text device, this is a response over email, and this is a response over voice. And I can decide, press 2 when that happens. Maybe I want another one, right? Maybe I need help, right? And when that happens, I want you to press 3 on the phone. I can also decide what this means. So maybe if they say escalate, that's negative in my reporting, so I can show the person's not taking action. And I can stop notifying that user. On this one here, maybe it really doesn't matter for reporting. And what I want to do is, I want to stop notifying the user here. I actually want to escalate here. Okay? So I've now built out a menu of options of how those responses are going to look. So I can save those. Then let's go ahead and kick off a message, right? So what I'm going to do here is let me bring my phone up on the desktop. I want to show you this. Okay. So bring up our phone. Okay, so there's my phone. Now I can get text messages, I can get a phone call, I can get emails. We also have an app, and what that app allows you to do is actually see push messages. So it's available for Android, BlackBerry, and iPhone, and it's optional. You don't need it. You can get SMSs, emails, and phone calls just fine without the app, but this provides a little richer environment. So I'm going to go in here and select critical, outage. It's a new update, and it has to do with facilities, and there's a power outage, and I've got a ticket number and all this good stuff. I don't have to pick all these. And then I'm going to notify myself. So let's go ahead and select my ID here. And in this case, since I'm just doing a demonstration, I don't want a phone call. I don't want it ringing me anymore. I'm just going to go with text. Okay? So we kick that off. We bring the phone back up here. And we're going to see a text message pop up here in a second. Okay. When I get the notification, we'll take a look at those and compare them. Okay, so there's my text message. We'll look at that in a second, right? Let's go ahead and look at that first. So here's what my text message looks like. Again, it's very, very sketchy. It's text only. Plain text. It's limited to 160 characters. I've got to reply with a number. But if we look at that push message, we're going to see that it's much easier to deal with. Okay, so here if I come in and take a look at this, we'll see I have, turn it sideways so you can see a little bit better. Okay, and again here you can see my outage, all my description. There's my new field that I added, severity and critical. And then down at the bottom, I have a menu of options, those options that I added. And with a push message, it's just a button push, right? So again, it makes it very easy for you to come down here and just select one of these if I want to. So I'll go ahead and select acknowledge. and it'll go and take that action for me. Okay? Now, if I come back over here and look, you'll see there was a report that showed up on the screen showing me what was going on in real time. In this case, I was only notifying myself, and I responded, but there's my 3 response options. So all this reporting happened automatically by me adding those options. If I click on that, it'll show me a list of everybody that responded. Okay? Now, the other option that I do have is, I remember I had that app here, I do have the ability of kicking these off from my device. So if I go back here real quick, sorry, I'm flipping around quite a bit here. But you'll see the menu of options over here for the different panels that I've built for send message, situation management, ops services, etc. They're all here, right? So if I wanted to kick off that same message, I can kick it off right from here. Let's say I wanted to kick off a conference bridge. I can then pick my people, type in some message text, hit send, and off it goes. So everything I've shown you can be done from your device, whether it's an iPad, an Android, a BlackBerry, whatever it is, or from the desktop. Okay? So quite a bit of flexibility here. And again, these panels that I'm showing you, like the Business User Communication panel, literally takes 60 to 90 minutes to create. It's something that RightStar can help you guys with, or it's something that you can do on your own once you're up and running. You can modify them, add fields like I added the severity field here, or get rid of fields very, very quickly.